There we go. This should be live.
Yeah.
Let's see if I
Awesome.
can see the chat on here. Nobody's gonna comment yet, but
Yeah.
I have to like click on a thing to be able to see chat, so you might have to be my connection with that.
So the chat, we have to open up YouTube, right, for the chat, surely.
No, you should be able to see on the side. There's like it says
Oh,
private
here.
chat, and then just click the public chat, and you'll be able to see who comments. The
Nice.
feedback is just a little bit slower compared to YouTube, but you should be able to see it nonetheless.
Nice.
But anyways, hi.
Hey, so good to see you. I'm just opening this up so I can see.
No
Oh,
worries.
we have two people watching. Oh, my sister. I'm just opening it up. Okay, there we are. Pause the sound. My
Right.
sister's watching. Awesome.
Hi.
Hey, Kelly. All right, so
Hi, Kelly. I learned your name 3 seconds ago.
it's been a while since we've hung out.
Yeah, like I think it was like a year or something like that. It's been a while though.
I don't even remember if it was during the pandemic that we last.
I think so, but it was like
The start.
partway through it or something like that. I don't remember.
Wow.
I don't even remember. Did we do just a chat or also a card read? I don't even remember what it was about.
We knowing us, we probably did card reads.
I feel like that's a fair bet.
Oh, I do remember though. I did your numerology reading privately.
Yes. I think I still have it saved.
Yeah. Well,
somewhere in my emails.
Good reference material. For
sure.
Yeah,
I forgot all of it. I gotta get into it.
I know,
but
it's
been a while since I've done like witchy stuff, I guess, because I've been like working more on the physical plane of like stuff around me, like I don't know, adulting, real life stuff.
Yeah.
Or not like real life, but you know what I mean. Just like the mundane aspect of everything. So
I think sometimes you have to like go back to the basics. Like I've been like really pulling back from everything because I was putting so much pressure on myself, on my spiritual practice to get out of like an emotional or a dark place. And I was almost using it in the wrong way. Like instead of using it like authentically and intuitively, I was using it like desperately.
I felt that.
Right. And so I even stepped away from like something that really does help, like when you keep it up, like things like meditating. The last like few weeks where I've just been sort of, like you say, just living my physical life, and I've actually found it quite helpful. It's almost like a reset so that I can naturally pick stuff up, not coming from that desperate place. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly, because for me it's been like retracing my steps of like baby witchhood in a sense, and being like, I guess because I got to a point where it was almost like burnout with it. I wasn't doing anything, and I still feel a little bit disconnected, but not as much as I was. I started doing like the basics again, meditating. I started doing yoga because I used to do it a lot more, but I just got kind of caught up in whatever, I guess, just whatever was going on. But even doing that, like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, like the smallest amount of it is so helpful in reconnecting back to the basics. And then I don't know, I've just been trying to like relearn all of that again, and I feel like sometimes you just need it to be simple. It doesn't have to be like overdone.
And also like starting again like that, I think it helps you sort of go towards stuff like that just feels good, you know? Like you said, you've been doing yoga, and it's just because maybe it felt good to like move your body.
Oh yeah, because otherwise my depression keeps me in bed all day long.
Yeah, same.
Not
I
good.
feel you, girl. Mental health, like the last 2 years, we've all been, it's been an
Yeah.
uphill battle.
And then I already had like mental health stuff before COVID even went down. So it coming through, I was just like, come on,
Yeah,
really? Because now
exactly.
it's just in the full swing. Like, not only do I have to, because I feel like when you have I guess mental health stuff that's run in your life for a really long time, you start to pick up certain things that help or like can, like, I don't know, simple things like drinking water, for instance, helps a little bit. But then sometimes, like, especially when you're just sad on top of depressed, nothing's helping. You're just there in bed and like
Yeah,
not wanting to do anything, I
you
guess.
become self-sabotaging, right? Like,
Yeah, big
I'll,
time.
I'll stop even drinking water or eating the enough foods or the right foods, and
Hmm.
you just sort of get on this spiral, like, and as soon as you know that you're dehydrated, like, like, oh wow, like I've hardly drunk any water all week.
Mm,
Like this is
it's so bad for me
insane.
too
I
because I
know.
live in Texas, so like it's already starting to get in the 80s and 90s and it's barely spring. And
Wow,
I'm just
I'm
like,
jealous.
I'm not. It's so hot.
If only we could swap places.
I would how is the isn't the weather like more rainy over there? I would take
Yeah,
that any day of the week. I love the rain so
do
much. The only
you?
thing I don't like is I don't know how it is there, but here it gets really humid. So our rain is like hot.
Oh no,
Like
our rain is cold.
that's what I
Like,
need. That's what I need. Just
you
like a
think
week at least.
yeah, I think after a week you would be like looking forward to going back home. Just
I just
it's
need it in
so cold over here.
moderation. Just
But
the back and forth.
maybe one day you should move to Europe. Maybe it's a sign,
That would be cool. But I don't know, like, especially with how the COVID stuff going on right now. I don't even know when that would be able to happen.
I
But
know. It's so
I love the
sad.
idea of going at least traveling because I really want to go to Ireland, like or
Oh yeah.
Scotland, somewhere like that. I just want to go sightsee and you
All
know,
the sacred sites.
yep,
There's so
fairy
many.
like literally all the fairy folklore is there, and I just need to be in the midst of
Yeah,
that.
and I bet you probably, I'm guessing, have ancestry here.
I do, yeah. So,
Yeah?
like, it would be interesting. I think there's like I don't even remember the name of the building, but I found something through Ancestry showing like a building over there that one of my ancestors used to own. So it would be cool to like
So
go find
cool.
that place, like even though, today me doesn't own it, just be like, oh hey, we had
Yeah.
that at one time. Like, that's cool. I also want to go to like there's this I forget the name of it, but it's like a dome thing.
Oh, the Eden
And
Project. Is it the Eden Project?
I
It's like
don't
a
think
big
so.
botanical garden.
It's not a garden. This is like literally just a dome. And then like apparently back in the day, people, including like witches and stuff, used to go in there on the winter solstice and they would like practice magic or ritual there. And it's like
Oh,
this very sacred site. I don't know, I don't remember the name and it's killing me. I always forget it, but it's like because you go in there and it's like a literal dome, it's very echoey. So of course any sound in there that you hear is like bouncing all around you. And I feel like that would just be really cool for ritual in general. Like I
yeah.
can't even imagine, especially
I'm
if you're
gonna
just
have to look that
chanting
up.
or something like that. Like if I find it later, I'll send it to you so you can see.
Yeah. I was spending some time near Glastonbury
Mhm.
recently. It's about 3 hours from London, but
Okay.
uh, they have Stonehenge there. You
I
know,
there's another one I want to go visit. That one is just
yeah,
like just the mystery involved with it is so intriguing. Like how the heck did they put them there?
yeah.
And then just are you allowed to like go like touch the
Not
actual stones there?
Stonehenge, like it's actually fenced off, so you
Mm.
can just walk around it. But on the summer solstice, I think pagans are allowed to go in. So it's that one night a year. So there's always a
That's
massive
so cool.
party. Like
Hell yeah.
apparently it gets a bit wild up there. I've never been to the summer solstice party, but my best friend has. And it is just like a big all night party, like spiritual party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that. That sounds so
Yeah.
fun. But
And
like,
we actually we went to Glastonbury, but we heard about this like lesser known stone circle. So it's like it's a bit smaller than
mm,
Stonehenge, and it's on private land, on private farmland. But
yeah.
and you can't even get directions for it. But we found it on Google Earth, like zoomed in, and
And you just
we
went from there.
yeah, we just went and we found it. Like we were like trespassing through this farmer's field and we could hear like gunshots going off where they're obviously doing hunting nearby. And we're thinking,
Yeah.
oh my God, you know, hopefully we don't get shot.
That would
But
be my immediate worry, especially in Texas, because everyone here is so like trigger happy on everything. They're just like
yeah,
looking for a reason. So
I would be terrified in America because you're actually like allowed to shoot people on your land, right? But I
yeah.
think maybe you can do it in England. I don't know, but obviously guns are illegal here. Only farmers and hunters have them.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, I wonder if like I assume there's some sort of protection like law in place if somebody's on your land or like trying to break in or something. I'm
yeah,
sure
right.
that you would
Well,
hope at least.
yeah, but luckily we survived, and we found them. It was quite a long walk, like through all the fields to find them, but there was
Mm.
nobody there, and we just had this stone circle to ourselves, and we stayed there for maybe an hour until the sun was like basically setting, and it
Yeah.
was just like oh so dense, the energy there. And if you think that's not even like a super old, super sacred one, but there's just
Mhm.
something about the way these stones are laid out and the energies like held within them. I think if you came over to Europe and you feel particularly drawn to Ireland and Scotland and
Mm.
places. And I feel like Cornwall, I really get this like energy from you that you have
Yeah.
ancestry from Cornwall because a lot of witches and fae people, there's a lot of witchy and fae history in Cornwall, which is like the southwest corner of
Mhm.
England. And it's so beautiful there as well. But yeah, like I reckon you would maybe start to activate some stuff, like
Oh,
if you came over here.
if
You
not,
know,
there would be definite like things happening, I'm sure. Like
I
I'm sure I
really
would see or
think
hear stuff because
because
I'm
you've brought it up to me in a couple of conversations we've had. I remember you bringing up some fairy stuff in Ireland, and so you
mm,
obviously you have a pool over here. So
for
you need
sure.
to once everything's calmed down with the pandemic, and if you're ever we're all just traveling like normal again, you'll have to come over, and then you'll have to come to France after to see me.
Right? Just a little jump around. Is
Yeah.
is it close? I'm so bad with geography.
Yeah, it's like on the plane, it take an hour from London
Oh, that's
to
not bad.
yeah. And then
Considering.
you can drive over on the underground train, like the underwater
Mm.
train, um,
Why
which
do
is
we
much
not have
longer.
things like that over in America? That is so cool. I already
You
know the answer. It's because like they are making so much money off of cars getting gas and stuff
and
like that.
planes. You
And
guys don't
planes,
even
but
have normal trains, do you?
we have some of them, but most of them aren't like public transportation. It's more like, at least in Texas, the ones that we have are like transporting just like big amounts of like things. So like
Yeah,
I don't,
like materials.
yeah, just material, whatever. And even those aren't really in operation that often. You'll only see them every once in a while.
Is it like
And
really cool when you see one? Like, oh my God, there's a train.
more irritating because you have to wait. Like
Oh,
they have the, what do you call it? The little train track, and
on the
usually it's over
road.
like on the road, yeah. So you just have to wait forever because when they do go, they have just a long what do you call it, tail behind them.
Endless carriages. Yeah.
So we're just sitting there like, okay, this is fine. I'd say the one downtown probably is more in operation than I've seen some of the other ones around us. So I guess because they have more stuff delivered, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we don't have like for like public transportation, the only thing we have is buses. At least downtown. If you're outside of like the city area, you just like you have buses, but as you get farther and farther out, there's no bus stops. So
Oh wow.
depends on the area you're in. But again, there's like a lot of open land here, and a lot of it is fields, farmers. Closer you get to the city, there's not as much that, but if you're in like as you get further out, there are mass amounts of that.
Are you in the city or the suburbs?
I'm in city right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like,
and is it Austin? No.
mm-mm. I live like an hour from Austin. I live in San Antonio.
Okay. I weren't far off.
No, not too far off. We go over there sometimes for like little getaway trips and stuff. They have like this like a cavern system there or whatever. And there's this crystal shop I always go to. They sell like the raw, so this is what they say. They sell the raw crystals like that the people get from the caverns, and they sell them pretty cheap there. I've gotten
nice.
Have them over here. As
I
an
actually
example,
prefer raw.
like this. And then that's like probably depending on how much it weighs, but I think this one was like $20, and that's really good for this size piece of crystal. Usually it's like $30 for something like this.
I much prefer them raw and rough like that.
Same here. I mean, well, to be fair, I literally have so many different whatever, but the big pieces like that are fun to use for like display on the shelf, things like that, or that's what I use them for mostly.
Yeah. I'm so awful at like looking after and cleansing my crystals. I've actually like stopped myself from buying them because I can feel their sadness.
Oh,
it's like
I don't like, I cleanse them sometimes, but not like, I guess regularly. The only ones like that I use most often, maybe like for ritual work, those ones I will cleanse regularly. But I feel like the other ones are just like attached to my energy. So at that point, if I'm sad, like they're with me on that.
Sorry guys, I'm bringing you all down with me tonight.
Everyone pity party. It's gonna be a good one.
If I'm feeling it, you guys are feeling it too.
Bring out the tub of ice cream. We're going to town.
I can't cleanse this out of me, so there's no way I'm cleansing you guys. Like,
exactly.
You have to suffer with me.
So you just have like your little crystals in a group around you, all of you crying together.
Yeah, you gotta laugh about it, right? The best we can get out of the sadness is like the jokes we can make about it.
That's how I best cope with it.
Yes,
even when I'm actually having a really, really bad cry, sometimes like I still just laugh because I'm like, ooh, pathetic, but it's funny. Like if it's a really bad one and it's just like to the point of ugly cry, I'm like, we're really doing that today, huh?
Yeah, literally the same. Like literally the same. When it's just so pathetic that it's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure my guides laugh at me too, so might as well join the party on that one. They're like, wow, she is really going.
It helps you in the end. It kind of like goes full circle. You know?
Yeah.
That kind of brings you back to some kind of neutral where it's like, fuck it, like, look at me.
Literally that, just like, I don't care anymore, but not in like a bad way. It's more or less just like,
I'm going to let go.
This is the energy. This is acceptance. Pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, cleansing. I'm gonna look. Hi everyone.
Hey guys.
I don't know how long ago all of that was said.
Probably ages ago. Well, my sister said I've only driven past Stonehenge yet because we have to drive past Stonehenge to get to Glastonbury.
Oh,
But Joanna says hi and how are you guys? Hey Joanna. And yeah, I think we've sort of discussed how we are.
hold on.
How are you?
Give me 1 second.
No worries. How are you doing, Joanna? Let's grab my water. Oh. Thanks for joining us, everyone here.
Sorry, my boyfriend's alarm went off on his phone.
Oh God. Did he need to wake up?
It was like, it's like little birds chirping, and it does like a little happy song in the background, and I'm just like, I would not have that one.
What a choice.
I would have picked like my playlist for, or like, because you can connect my Spotify to my alarm, so I just
nice. Oh,
or just a loud annoying noise. I don't know. But I'm a very light sleeper, so it doesn't take much
really?
to wake me up. Yeah,
Because...
I literally did not have much sleep last night. That's so good for me.
Oh no. I know you're a night owl, right? Are you?
Yeah, for a majority, but I also enjoy the morning.
Yeah.
It's just like it depends on the mood that I'm in, because I have like I've had insomnia for quite a while, so like depending on the time that I wake up, it's just like we kind of just make peace with where we're at in that time of day. So I can enjoy both, I think.
Oh, I sleep pretty, like once I'm out, I'm out, you know.
I wish I had that. That's how my boyfriend is.
Yeah.
He'll lay down, be like in bed for 5 minutes, and then he's out, and I'm just like,
any little noise wakes you up.
pretty much. Like, and like I can go back to sleep, okay. If I'm in a deep enough sleep at that point and I wake up, I'll be like, oh, well, I'm still tired. But if I just like have a wake up, I guess like, because the last couple of nights I've been having kind of, it wasn't like bad nightmares, but just like the kind of dream that puts your body on edge, I guess, and then you wake up and you're like, that wasn't scary, but okay.
Oh,
But like
I know those dreams. I call them anxiety dreams.
Yeah, I think like it's just, I don't know, because both of the ones that I had to do with like locking doors and stuff, and then like things still getting in. But like the things that got in. Well, like, so for example, the dream the previous night I had, it was like this, and I know it's because I've been watching Ghost Adventures. I have such an overactive mind. So like in the dream, it was like this ghost trying to get into the house, like after I'd locked up for the night, and it ended up getting in and caused a bunch of damage. But then for some reason we have like these, like me, because I was babysitting my siblings in the dream. We had these like ghost blasters, so we're just like going to town fighting this ghost, kill the ghost, I guess, or he leaves. I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, I go to the back door and I start to lock it again. And then Lady Gaga as a ghost comes in ready to attack me. And then I woke up and I was like, I don't, that wasn't scary. That was just confusing. What?
Oh my God.
Like, what?
that doesn't sound like what I was thinking. That sounds like quite a fun dream.
It was just really weird, yeah. So, yeah. But like your body reacts like you're on edge, like, oh,
like because it's stressful. You're trying to like fight
I don't
these
know.
ghosts. Yeah.
So like I don't know what to call it, other like nightmare, but not really, I guess. Like weird dream.
You know, normally when you sort of wake up and fall asleep a lot quite easily, it means that you can recall your dreams like quite well. Do you feel like most nights, like when you wake up, you can recall your dreams? I know we forget like, as the day goes on, but
I dream a lot, so I can't remember all of them, but I'll be able to remember at least like one or two of them. Or if I write them down, like
that really helps.
I'll remember them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am so lazy that I don't want to write them down. Especially when you're in the dark, and then like when you share a bedroom with someone else, you don't want to like have the light on trying to like write down really quick. So I just like sometimes I'll type it out on my phone, like in because I use my Google Docs
Yeah.
to write notes down. Sometimes I'll do that, but not nearly as often. And then like I'm not very into dream like witchcraft or work. Although
Okay.
I
You would
believe
be good at it
I
naturally
think
by the
I
sounds
could
of
be.
it.
I absolutely could be. I'm just so lazy
Yeah.
that I haven't put in the effort or time to like follow that avenue, I guess.
Yeah. I'm still trying to like get a hold on my nightmares. So I did this big night. I've always had nightmares my whole life. Most of my
Me
dreams,
too.
yeah, 90% of my dreams are nightmares. And um I was like, oh, I really want to get a hold of this, you know. So
Mm.
when I was in France last year, because I'm in the UK right now, just anyone watching, I'm going back to France next week. Well, on Saturday, this Saturday. Um, but yeah, so I did was it a 3 week spell? So it
Mhm.
went on for 3 weeks, and it was I did a wreath for my front door, and I
Oh, no.
also did a shake jar. So I was like every night before bed, I was like shaking it, and setting my intention, and I would say like 90% the spell worked, you know, during that three
Oh, that's
weeks.
good.
Yeah, so I was like not having these anxiety dreams and these nightmares. Um, and then slowly but surely, once the spell had finished, the nightmares start
They
coming
come
back.
back.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and now I'm just back in my usual state of most nights. I'm waking up from nightmares. So
Do you feel
yeah,
like bothered by them, or are you just like used to them at this point and it's like, yeah, like it is what it is kind of thing?
annoyingly, if it's like a nightmare where it's like I remember a nightmare I had where I was like in this like man-made tank and a fit like for a film, and then they had like a fake shark, but then it turned out that they'd really put a real shark in with us.
Oh
um
no.
yeah, and it was like a giant great white, you know, like the size of a
Yeah.
truck. I don't know if they're really that big or anything, but it was in the dreams. And it,
Right.
you know, like that was terrifying. But I woke up and I was like, oh wow, that was like that was an interesting dream. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like that was like,
Objective about it in a
yeah,
sense.
but the nightmares that get me are the ones that are like really close connected with my real life. And
Yeah.
it's
I
almost like
feel that.
mundane, right?
Mm,
And I call those anxiety dreams. So it's like it would
yeah.
be like a situation in your real life, and then like all your like closest people are um like pushing you away, or they're acting different and being like mean,
Mm,
or um yeah, like or I have to protect people, like, you know, there's
yeah.
uh like I often dream about fighting against wild cats. For some reason, since I was a
Hmm.
kid, I have a lot of nightmares about wild cats, and it would be like I have to fight these like tigers and lions to
Yeah.
protect my family. And or it could be like connected with like something in real life, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, like it didn't happen, but then
Yeah.
you
But
feel
it
like
feels like it did.
you ever get that and you feel a bit miffed at the people?
Yeah, you're like, how could Dream you have done that?
Yeah, like, isn't that so
I wake
rude
up
that
sometimes. I think I've had
you treat
dreams
me
in
like
the past with my like of my boyfriend because I dream
that?
a lot, so he's in a lot of my dreams.
Yeah.
I've had like one where, or probably a couple where he's like cheated on me in the
Yeah,
dream,
right?
and then I wake up and I'm like, how could Dreamy do that? Like
I know, like,
disgusting.
it, like, leaves this energy with you when it's close to home. I feel like it does, right? It leaves,
Yeah, or you
like,
think about it more.
yeah, it, like, lingers,
And then
and
I try
that's
not to do that too, especially if it's like one. I used to have like it's like oddly, but I think it's like also because I have this like connection to spirits in a weird way. But there was always this like one reoccurring spirit that was like And it would always be the old homes that I used to live in when I was a kid. But like the spirit being like the dream always recurs around, and it doesn't matter if the house even looked like my old houses. It's just like in my dream, it's an older
Yeah.
house I used to live in. And the basic of this dream, and it's like been a reoccurring one for a while, is like I have to go in and spend the night or spend a week in the house with this evil spirit. And I know I'm going in with the evil spirit, and I have to like literally survival of the fittest, like
Oh my God.
psychically fight my way with this this evil being. And it's like such a creepy dream to have. And it
Yeah.
doesn't happen all the time, but it reoccurs every now and then. So I'm like, okay. And then when I wake up, I'm like, I don't want to think about it because then I don't want to feed into that energy of like manifesting it by mistake, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Like me and my friends like literally joke about that because it's like whenever you're saying anything bad, but it's like, don't say that, don't manifest that. Stop manifesting that for me.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
when people are like, "Oh, aren't you worried that something and something won't happen?" And you're like, "Why are you saying that? Are
Don't
you
say it
trying to
because it'll
manifest that for
happen.
me?"
Girl, I'm just as bad with that because
I'm
my
terrible.
coworker at my old job, I used to drive him to work, and then he started randomly telling me, he's like, um, every time someone drives me to work, their car has issues or they get into a car wreck. And I was like, why would you say that? Because now I've got to put
Yeah,
all the spiritual work into it. So I
yeah.
literally have this protection bag now in my car. And granted, car issues happen, but while I was driving him to work and back, never did my car have issues and never did I get in a wreck. And I just
Oh,
like to
wow.
say that's due to witchcraft. Thank you, witchcraft. That's
Oh
on
my
that
God.
one.
That's a good, it's good that you thought to, "Okay, I'm gonna put a spell on this because this guy is bringing this energy into
He would
my."
just say it over and over again and like as like a joke, but also half serious. I'm like, don't, because you keep saying
Yeah.
it. You keep
And
saying
you
it.
don't wanna have to deal with, like, paying for that and dealing with
I
that.
know. I'm just like, I'm gonna stop driving you to work. You keep doing that.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
my God, I have, like, the worst, like, experience that happened to me at the end of last year. Well, like,
mhm.
it's not the worst, but you know what I mean, for me.
Not an
Um,
ideal situation
yeah.
at the very least.
So, talking of, like, talking things into manifestation, me and my
Mhm.
sister were doing the big long drive. It's a 17-hour drive from our house in France to
Mhm.
London. So we were coming back, to spend time here, and so we were just near the end. There was literally 30 minutes left of the journey
Right.
till we got to my mum's house, and then we got in this conversation about police, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Well, I wouldn't stop for the police if it was just, like, one policeman in a car, because it's dodgy, you know? I would keep
Can't get away
driving."
with that over here.
Yeah, until it's safe, because that was all like, I'm a bit of a F the system kind of
Fair enough,
energy
yeah.
sometimes, and also because even around here, like a police officer killed a woman, he was like
Yeah.
a dodgy police, so you can't just
They're really bad
trust.
over here.
Yeah, you
So
can't
I
just
you know.
trust the police, like, if they're trying to
Mhm.
pull you over in some dark thing. I don't like some dark road where there's no one else, like, I'm not gonna take that risk.
There
But
are people
anyway,
that will like fake that, or even if they are an officer, there have been cases where they will take you to the back of a road and then just kidnap women.
yeah,
Those have been
because
cases that have happened.
because what, they're just people, and you can't say there's no, like,
And
test you
some of
can
them are
do.
like civilian police, if that makes sense. Like they
Yeah,
they they fake their like they'll buy fake, I don't know, gear, I guess, and like put lights on their car, but it's an
yeah,
unmarked vehicle, so it's like not real. And they use
exactly,
that as
and
a guise to get people to stop to
yeah. So,
kidnap, fix
and also
traffic,
I think
whatever.
you're in your rights to not wanna stop, and I don't know how this conversation came up anyway, but we've got the flipping police trying to pull me over literally like 10 minutes after we had that
After
conversation.
the conversation.
I've never been pulled over by police, and like I've been driving for like 14 years or something, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm like,
intimidating sometimes.
yeah, so they tried to pull me over. Then like he drove in front of us and then had like a digital sign on the back of his car saying follow me, but then he went down some like quiet residential road. So
Yeah.
then I didn't follow him. I carried on down the main road. And then,
Did he like come back?
of course, he came back with his sirens right behind
How
me.
funny would it be if he was just like, well, I guess
I wish he had done that. He actually turned out to be, you know, like one of those really uptight policemen.
That would be me if I were a police officer. I'd be like, well,
whatever.
fair enough.
Oh my god. And we've got a whole car full of all our stuff from France, loads of suitcases, presents, Christmas presents. And so we're driving, and then I couldn't find, I wanted to wait till I got to a shop and a well-lit area, and it was like probably like a 10-minute drive till we it was probably like a 5-minute drive, but I'm driving 20 miles an hour, which is really slow. And then he's obviously called for backup because I've not stopped. Yeah. So then we're like driving down this road, and it gets to, you know, like a junction where there's like a road coming from the side, and suddenly this police car comes out from the side, and there's a policeman, and then he throws those spikes to try and pop my tires. And that's called like
you're on a full-on police chase at this point.
I've dodged the spikes, and I carried on. I'm really terrified at this point because I'm like, I think I've like carried on too long, because
possibly
now we've got 4 cars after us.
You're only one helicopter away from being too far.
And eventually when we got to the place where I was going to stop, there was already another police car that had like blocked off
waiting
the road.
for you.
Oh my god. And then they read my rights. I had to do all these drug tests and everything. And obviously I was clear. And then but he read my rights, you know, like what they say. Anything they say might be, you know, you failed to stop when asked. And they thought I didn't have insurance, but I had French insurance. And that's why they stopped me. So I'm thinking, why are they stopping me? I've not done anything wrong. I've not speeded. Like that's why I was extra suspicious, because I was like, I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Some
hell?
of them will stop you though, like for close to nothing. And I have a story on that.
Okay, go on. That's like the end of my story, but I thought quite a good
did you get off, or did you get a ticket?
Oh my god, they took my car.
They took your car?
Yeah, they
what did they do with you?
they left me, my sister, and literally all of our stuff, suitcases, Christmas presents, on the side of the road. Took my car.
Isn't that more dangerous than...
I know, and it was literally like 11:30 at night.
Oh my god.
It was in a dodgy area, like a dodgy, you know, not the most desirable people living around there.
Yeah. Damn.
You know, and I'd been driving 16 hours, babe.
Yeah.
So I
You're
was
tired.
insane. Like, I was insane. I was like, you can't do this. You can't do this. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's already dangerous that they were doing that to begin with. They could have at least driven you guys to a police station or something.
I know. My mum had to come out and pick us up. So
literally leave you on the side of the road in the middle of the night. They're like, that's for speeding.
Yeah.
Take that.
But it's not speeding. I was going to it. That's why I was like, why did you throw the spikes out at me? I was driving so
I guess because you just weren't stopping. They're like, this will get
I mean, you could jog at the pace that I was driving. Why?
You know, the policemen in this chase are just like, they tell this story a completely different way.
so dramatic. Like, oh my God.
Well, I didn't have anything quite that crazy go down. Um, sorry that happened to you.
I know. Like, honestly, I was
It's a little
distraught.
wild. But so for me, it was not me driving, my friend, and I went to go visit her in a town called Bowie, and that is like towards more, I guess, like Fort Worth, Dallas area, somewhere near there.
Yeah.
So I was actually going, like, her and I were going to visit Aiden, another witch on YouTube. Was going to meet him for like, I guess, like, just to have a small little get together,
Yeah.
drink, whatever. So we had gotten some liquor, whatever. We went
No.
out there, had a pretty decent time. We were around the fire, it was cold, and drank part of the liquor, took it back with us, and on the way back, we ended up getting stopped. And I was holding the liquor bottle up front.
Oh
And if you
no.
don't know,
Oh
you're
no.
not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have it
No.
in the back and like hidden, which is so, like, basically it's so you don't drink at all when you're driving, or it's not
Yeah.
easy to reach for the driver. So we get stopped. I have the liquor in the front seat with me, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna try and hide it. There's no point. Like, I had it on the floorboard next to me. I'm like, it's fine. Like, well, like, I was the one
Why did they
drinking.
stop you though?
And here's where we're getting into it. We got stopped because the police officer said that my friend did not stop. Like, she went, so at the stoplight there's like a line, right? Like the white
Yeah.
line. So he said she stopped slightly too far ahead, and that's why she got stopped. Mind you,
Oh my God.
it's like, I don't know, 1 a.m, something like that. So she's not drunk. She's driving me home because I'm drunk. And the worst part about this too is, like, he was pulling us over because he's just trying to get an easy ticket, because he
Yeah.
doesn't go up to the driver's side. He comes up to the passenger side, shines a light in my face, and then he's like knocking on the window, and I'm like, Jesus,
Oh my
like, where
God.
did you come from? And so, like, he starts asking for my ID and everything. I'm like, I'm not even the driver, dude. Like, what
How
the heck?
can they
And
even
then
do
he
that?
looks down and he's like, what's that? Pointing at the liquor bottle. I'm like, it's liquor. Whiskey, what do you want me to say? Like, you can see it. Why are you
Yeah.
asking me what it is? And she ended up getting like a warning or something. So it was fine, but it was just really annoying because, like, I think it was around the time, because I think it's, I want to say, beginning of the month, when they start having to meet their quota. Like, they have a certain goal of tickets they're supposed to get.
Oh my
So
God. What
during around
joke.
that time, that's whenever it's most, like, more police officers are out trying to catch people because
Oh
they're
my
trying to meet their
God.
quota for it. So I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to do, just get a, like, maybe he would catch her drunk driving, whatever, but that, wasn't
Did
the
he
case.
test her?
He didn't, because she's a very, very charming talker and very sweet.
Ah,
This
see,
girl works at the bar,
I'm
so
not.
her liquor tolerance is like
Right.
up here. And
Yeah.
she's a very, like, very good at handling police officer because she's been stopped multiple times.
Oh God.
But this one, I will say, in her defense, was not her fault. He just pulled us over just to pull us over, hoping to get an easy ticket, and then
It's
he realized it wasn't
terrifying.
an easy ticket. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
terrifying.
I've been in worse ones where it's been more scary, but, like, that's because my boyfriend was with us and he's Hispanic.
Yeah.
So, like, that just kind of plays into it. His brother had gotten stopped, like, right down the way from our house. I guess he was speeding or something like that. And he was driving his mom's car, but still has, like, his insurance with it or something. I guess they both have their name on it. So my boyfriend's mom was like, "Oh, can you go over there and, like, ask them if we can drive the car home to your house, because I don't want my car to get towed," which is already nerve-wracking of a situation. So I'm like, "Okay, like, I'll drive over there. You do all the talking. I'll just be in the car." And it was just like, we pulled up, my boyfriend starts you know, they're like, what the heck are y'all doing? Like, what are you doing? You know, it's a very tense situation. I don't know if his brother said anything or was being rude beforehand, but very tense. And they were like being very rude to both me and my boyfriend. And we were just trying to explain the situation, but it was still
Oh
like
my
this thing of
God.
like, they're like on edge, ready to fight or something. I'm like,
It's
dude,
terrifying, like, because you know that
literally,
they can just take like, they just take your stuff, so your
yeah,
car, and, like, I just saw my sister's comment because they took my sister's weed as well. I forgot
yeah.
to mention that.
I'm sure they
Um,
had a lot of fun with that.
yeah. Yeah, she actually got, like, nice officers. There's, like, a bunch of them there because he's called out all these cars, and most of them were
Yeah,
just like, "Yeah, she's clean," like, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course I was clean. I said I was clean. Like, I'm
yeah,
not stupid. I'm not gonna do drugs and drive."
yeah,
And then, like, they were all kind of just like, you could tell that they would be like, "Just let it go," because they even were
yeah.
saying to my sister, because obviously they took her weed, and then they were saying, um, "We're sorry that we have to take this from you," like,
Yeah.
yeah, they were really nice, but then the guy, like, like, you get those, like, people who take their job too seriously, or, like, they're
Mhm.
really into power
Yeah.
and control. It was like he was one of those types of police officers, and he really, like, was so uptight and serious and gave
Yeah.
me, like, I couldn't believe it when he took my car, like, took my effing car and charged me. So technically I was like arrested and then let go on the charge.
Yeah,
And
they said, "She's arrested, but we're gonna put her on the side of the road anyway."
yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I had to pay like just under £200, which would be probably like just over $200. I had to
Yeah.
pay to get my car back when I had insurance, Rebecca. I got
Yep.
arrested. I got my car taken
But
because I
it's
don't have
literally just
insurance.
because you didn't stop. That's probably the main part of
Yeah,
it.
because he was butthurt
Mhm.
that, I wouldn't stop. Oh my
In your
god, yeah.
20-mile-an-hour chase.
I know. It's like I'm really trying to get away, aren't I? Jesus. But, I have the story to tell, but at the time it's traumatizing, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's
When it
like
happens, you're like, "This is, like, so much."
yeah, and I was so tired. Oh my god. I was
Yeah,
so
I felt that.
upset. And then I was worried about, having it on my record or going to court and stuff, but I haven't had any letters, so fingers
That's
crossed.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if they do send you anything, usually you just show up to the court, explain yourself if they ask you to, or they'll give you like, I don't know, like a charge for how much you owe them for their reason of why you suck. And that's pretty much
I
it.
swear, hope I don't get any more fines. It's insane. Like, I have freaking no money right now as it is, and then all these
Yeah,
extras. It's just insane.
it always piles up.
Yeah. Are you still driving now, or did you sort of give up driving because you work from home, right? On your own stuff. You don't go out
Yeah, I
to a
mean,
job
I
anymore.
I don't have a job right now. But the main reason behind that is my car is just broken down right now. I need like a new battery and then I need to re-register it and everything. But
Does that
we're
cost
just
you money to have it though? Just have it there? Are
to
you
have it.
paying
The only thing I'm
insurance?
paying right now is insurance. So that
Yeah, so
way,
that's costing you money.
luckily, mine's like $90 a month. So that's really cheap and I or over here at least. So $90 a month to keep it so that way I can drive it on the road whenever and then like have the insurance. But even then my insurance isn't like full coverage, it's the liability or whatever. So basically if I
Yeah,
do get
third
into an
party.
accident, it's just like like you
Yeah,
pay for your own stuff, but you on paper you have insurance. So
yeah, I have that too. Minimum cover. Like,
exactly. So um the only thing holding me back is just like getting my car, getting everything fixed again, and then after that I'll probably get job and be able to buy whatever the heck else I want. But also, I hate working, so
yeah, I
it's just
wouldn't
like,
rush it. I think,
yeah,
like, you're so creative. you know? I think you could definitely do your own thing.
Yeah, I definitely like have stuff on the side that I'm like I have my jewelry that I'm selling, and I just opened like my Discord server, which has tiers on it too. So,
Is
if
that
anybody
kind of
wants
like
to.
Patreon?
I'm for like the tiers stuff, it's not like Patreon where it's specifically made to have tiers. Discord is like basically a voice and text chat room based thing. So if you think about like the old style chat rooms, stuff like
MSN or yeah.
that. So except it has like voice chat rooms too. So you have that, and then literally you just kind of hang out and chat. The only thing that's different for like the tiers that I'll offer on there are like doing monthly things together with people, like set monthly things. So like for like my highest tier one, which is like $10, we would do witchcraft together, like a monthly witchcraft get together and
Oh,
like do
cool.
something. Or
Is
for
that
the
on
lower
video or
one,
audio?
it would be like probably I think I'll probably do both, because like you can leave private like links there for people too. So I can do either video, and then I think I'll probably do video because it'll be like we can dress up. We can like
Yeah,
get
and
all
like if you're doing
witchified.
spells and stuff, like
Yeah.
I really
You can
wanted
also
to.
like screen share too. So like if I'm doing something online, I can screen share, and it's also really good for like playing games with people online. So like Jackbox games and stuff like that.
Is that
Super fun.
on your on your PC, like on your laptop
For
or
for
Xbox?
the
Or I am not like we have a
no, Discord,
Switch.
because Discord is on either PC or you can use it as an app on your phone.
Okay, so you can't play like games on the Switch with each other, or
Like you can. It's just not like Discord is not a downloadable thing on there, I don't think. It's more or
no?
less like the specific purpose of it is for like typing and texting or talking to each other. But if you want to play games on the Switch together, like I have a specific gaming chat room where we would go into that room and talk, and then we'll pull up the games together and play them like that. But unless I have it connected to my PC, nobody would able to see it unless they're like for instance, if it's Animal Crossing we're playing, I would give them the code, like the friend code or the invite code, and then we could just play like that and then just talk to each other. That's
What are
basically it.
you playing Animal Crossing on? Have you got a Switch?
Mm-hmm. I have a Switch.
Okay, cool. So what gaming consoles do you use the most?
Um, Probably my Switch right now, and I have I have my Xbox 360. I play that one a lot sometimes for nostalgia's sake. But we also have a PS4. We've been playing. My boyfriend and I have been playing the Lego Star Wars, like the older one, and
Oh,
like
cool.
going through it. So pretty much anything. But then PC, I've been playing for like the game on my channel that I've been posting, Strange Horticulture, which is like an herb
That
like
looks really
identifying
cool.
game. It's super fun,
But
and
it
I like.
looks like quite you have to be kind of like focused, right? Like, cause
Yeah, I mean, I think depending on each person, like because if you don't get something right, at most you just like quote unquote die in the game, and then you just like restart, and you don't have any lost like let's say if you were to die, you don't lose the progress you've already made. It just
oh,
like
that's good.
restarts up. So it's a fairly easy game. It's just you guessing essentially like which piece, if like the book says this has waxy leaves, and then the plant description, like when you look at it, it says like, oh, the leaves feel waxy, then you're like, it's probably the same plant, and then you just kind of guess, and then if you get it wrong, then you die. So
Do you feel like you're learning more though? That seems like a great way to like learn
it's
more about the plant.
fun,
If the
but unfortunately,
information's
all the
real.
plants are fake plants. They're like made
No.
up, but they're based off of real plants. So they have one called like Saint was it like Saint John's
Yes,
wort or
St. John's
something?
wort is a real plant.
So they have a play on words for it. So it's like Saint John's poppy or something like that, I think.
Okay.
So it's like slightly different, but they're based off of actual plants, and then they're just like
Oh,
the creator
it would
made
be
plants.
better to be real plants, don't you think? Because then you could like
Yeah,
it'd be like a really great way to study
to
herbaria.
learn.
Yeah.
It'd be cool, yeah. I think they kind of wanted to go with that, but they probably wanted to just like make their own
Yeah, it's more
kind.
creative for
So
them. Yeah.
I guess that was why they did it, but I'm really enjoying the game so far. It's really fun. And there's like a lot of witchiness in it because there's like a witch cult where their like leader died, and then you're also on the sideline, like the leader got poisoned by a certain plant, so you're on the sideline trying to figure out what happened to the leader,
Oh,
like who did it. So
that's
it's
good.
really
It's got
fun.
like a good plot going on.
Mhm.
Um,
And it's not overwhelming, or at least for me, it's more of like a very calm kind of style game. So I've been
yeah, it's
having
not
fun.
too stimulating. Did
Yeah,
you get the latest Pokemon game?
I have not, but I have never been like I haven't played a lot of the Pokemon games because my mom
I
didn't let me.
haven't either. But
So I don't know
honestly,
very
the
much
new
about them.
game, you have to try it. Like honestly, it's so
Is that
good.
one for Switch or
The
is it
Switch.
on something else? Okay,
Yeah.
I figured.
I forgot, like I can't pronounce it anyway. I forgot what it's called, but you'll see it's the most recent one. The aesthetic is so good because it's like set like in like back in time. So it's
Hmm.
all like old traditional
Oh, that's
sort of
cool.
Japanese style buildings, and it's in the countryside, and it's like you basically just going around these lands and you're completely free and you're collecting Pokemon for the you know, like we all love like collecting tarot decks and things like that, but it's
Yeah,
like you get to like collect
collecting them.
the Pokemon, and then you've got this Pokédex that you've got to like do certain things for. But it's like such a chill game, but at the same time, it's like so fun. Like you,
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see a lot about it because I do look at like a lot of up and coming, I guess, video games. My main like I guess style of them though are always like either the really chill ones that are like just calming in nature, or it's like very fantasy esque,
yeah,
like elven style, and like
nice.
I'm actually right now like it's so much work, but I'm learning how to make video games, like learning about game development,
Oh
and I've
wow.
been having a lot of fun working with like pixel art and like creating characters and things, learning how to make them do simple things like just walking, but there's like coding involved, so it's a lot of work, but it's kind
Wow,
of fun to learn
Rebecca, that's
about.
so cool. I had no idea. I knew that you did digital art, which I always thought was
Mm.
awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't done much pixel, but I feel like a little bit easier, minus just like you have to learn if you want to make a very pretty game, learning about shading is really important with pixel art. So but I'm just like let me clarify, I don't have anything made yet, but I was learning how to for instance do the animation of making a pixel character look like they're walking, and
yeah.
that's all I have. And that's not even like putting it into a game and like making them walk. That's just doing the animation to make it look like a video, I guess, of them walking, or an animation of them walking. So
Wow, that must be
that's been
hard.
fun.
Yeah.
It's, it's tedious more than
Yeah.
anything.
I don't
Yeah,
think I'd have the patience for it. Even
it
though like
takes a lot of patience.
creatively I would love the idea. Like I could definitely think of a bunch of like plots and ideas for video games,
That's
but it's
exactly how I am. I'm
yeah,
more
I don't want
creative
to
strong, but I
yeah.
think I have an okay understanding of how I guess computers work to a certain degree, because I've already worked a long time with my editing app, and then I've learned some about like I don't know if you know what game modding is, like using mods for games. It's basically like you can download extra material for your game, but it's not specifically made by the person who made the game. So for instance, let's say if you I don't know if you know what Stardew Valley is, but for Stardew Valley, let's say you have like chickens, cows, and things like that. Like you have
Oh
specific
yeah,
set
like
of
the
animals.
farming like phone
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
So basically, like, let's say you have a set amount of animals, but someone's like, you know, what would be really cool to have in this game? Dragons. So then
Oh
they
yeah.
create dragons, and then you can download that and add that in.
Oh,
So
so cool.
I have a kind of understanding of like how to add mods to things, not create them, but add them. So I was like, you know, and then the creator of Stardew Valley made the game on their own without any help for like 3 years. So I'm like, if they can make a game on their own, like what's stopping me? I can
Yeah.
do it. So I'm just learning about whatever I can find on YouTube that's free and available to me. And it's just like, I guess you learn to have a new appreciation for like every little step that goes into making a game in itself.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've just been enjoying that. Not to say that I'll have a game out at any point in my life, but
No,
I
but
guess it's
you
more like a
will. Don't say
solo.
that. Don't say that. Like you
I
have to be like, yeah, I'm working on this, and
Yeah,
one
I guess
day
rather it's
I
more of like
am gonna
a
have a game out.
it's
Yeah.
more of like a solo journey, I guess. Like it's not anything that I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm making this or learning about this specifically to make something for everyone else, more than it's like, I'm learning this to make something for me. And then if something comes out of that, I'm willing to share it. Like I'm not too, I'm not going to hoard it to myself if something great comes out of it. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
all
it.
about that. Like doing that's my aim in life is to do stuff that I want to do
Yeah.
and because for the joy of doing it and because I would love to achieve that, you know, for you like I to have my own game that I created from scratch, you know, that feels good for me and that's enough of a goal. I was like listening to a
Exactly.
podcast recently and they had some really good advice about manifesting and saying how
Mm.
you shouldn't have a plan B, you know, you should have a plan A and stick with it because when you have a
Yeah.
plan B, it's telling the universe, like, yeah, that I know that's not going to happen. It's telling the universe that's not a priority for that to
In case
happen.
it doesn't, right?
Yeah. So yeah, okay, you don't know how, when it will happen, but you can know. Like, I know one day that
Exactly.
I'll have a game out
Yeah, I think
because
I'll definitely have a game
it's something
made,
you're passionate about as
but
well.
I guess I meant more like necessarily publicly, I guess. Like I'm not sure anything like, oh, I'll be selling you a game by the end of the year, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't think
You
it'll be
don't know
anything
a
like
time
that.
scale. But
It's
I
more or less just like learning and experiencing like the passion within learning something new, and then also like because it's always hard when you're learning something new that's hard. You get frustrated and you're just like,
yeah.
oh, like this is so much, I'm never going to be able to do it. But then it's also like, but we're still just learning. So I don't know, I'm really enjoying the learning process of like just getting there in my own time, and I think that's
Yeah.
a fun process.
And healthy in my own time.
Yeah.
That's healthy as well. I'm feeling the same way about permaculture. So like for
Mm.
my garden, I want to create like a food forest, you know?
Ooh,
Um
I love
and
that.
yeah, to be like a natural ecosystem. So it's all organic and I'm not using like pesticides and things. But permaculture is like the best way to do that. But like, oh my God, it's the same with you and the coding. It's
It's not.
like I'll learn something and then the next day I'll like try and recall what I learned and I'll be like, how can I forget? Like I literally
I just
read
heard
a
the
whole
thing.
book on it
Yeah.
yesterday. Like, but it's just being patient as well. Like
Yep.
with in-depth stuff, it's even in a lifetime is not long enough to do it all. So just
Yeah.
you know, doing what we can, practicing. Practice makes perfect. You know, because like you can get into a space of just study, 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 but it's actually doing it. You know, like you say,
Mhm.
you trying to make that avatar walk. That's
Yeah.
when you're really learning compared to just reading.
Yeah, exactly. And then like I don't even have the it's like you need an engine, which is like I guess the easiest way to say it is like a software or like a downloadable icon that would go on my um I guess like because I have an app thing that is for editing specifically for my videos. So I have to download an engine to be able to like make a game, essentially. I haven't done
You have to
that yet
pay for
though.
that. You have to.
Depending on the one, there are free ones. So for instance, Unity is like a really, really big one. That one offers free ones, but also you can pay for it and you'll get more things available to you that make it easier or like more options to be able to create a cooler game. Um, or, you know, depending on which one you use, some of them are for pay. Um, I think right now I'll just go with free because like we're just experimenting, we're playing
Yeah.
around. You know, we're just learning basics. Whenever I get more in depth and like learn more about it, then maybe I'll figure out if I want to go more fancy with it, I guess.
Yeah. Same. I was
But
thinking, like, do I need to do a permaculture course? You know, that stuff can get really pricey.
yeah,
But no, I
so
just
is
got a
any
bunch
hobby
of
in general
books.
though.
Yeah. There's so many videos online for everything, right? You can learn like everything for free online, I think.
YouTube is one of my favorite sources because
Yeah,
of that.
same. Like
So much.
anything, your oven could break, and then you just be like, "How to fix this brand of oven," and
Yeah,
then you'll find it on there.
somebody posted it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I think I love it too because it's also like something away from, I guess it's not completely away because there's still connectivity within what I want to do. But I think like for a long time I was so invested in just witchcraft or being witchy as a whole that I wasn't looking at like the things that I was interested in.
Yeah, that spark
Like
joy.
yeah, that aren't necessarily witchy but could be. For instance, like the game I want to make would be like fairy related anyways
Oh,
because
so
I'm
cool.
obsessed.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to make it like these are all just ideas. I don't even know if they're gonna I don't even know how to add that into a game yet. I haven't learned that. But I want to do like a dating style or like you can date most of the characters at least. And I want it to be like you go into like your character walks into a fairy portal or into the fairy realm by mistake and then they're there and all of them are like creatures for the most part and then some of them are humanoid, some of them aren't, but all of the characters are dateable regardless.
Oh,
Like
wow, so cool.
I have like one, I can't show it. I'll have to share it with you later, but she's like this like plant clump woman that I've made and she has like giant
Oh,
lips.
oh my
And she's
God,
supposed to be
please
like
send.
a love witch or like people would go for her to like get love spells and things like that. But I wanted to make it like if you date her character, she's like, oh, like usually I'm the one, you know, like giving out
You're
the love.
interested in me?
Yeah, like
Ooh.
I thought that would be fun. And then
That's so cute.
I'll have to share a bunch of my ideas with what you could do in the game, but like actually achieving those things, we don't know if that's
But
gonna
that
happen.
if you can imagine it, you can make it happen, it can happen.
Exactly.
That's what
So
I believe.
it'll be really fun to like just learn about creating and everything. But
Yeah.
I've talked way too long on
No,
that.
it's so
I'm very passionate
interesting.
about it though.
Yeah, and I think that's mostly what I really like to do on these lives with you anyway. You're like the only person I've ever collabed with, I think. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I feel like it's fun for us to just chat about where we're at and stuff, you know, and
for sure.
it's other people listening, it can just feel like they're here having the chat with us. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
always have to be about our
feeling
witchcraft
free
and
to
stuff.
like
Well,
express.
we can talk a little bit about that stuff. But I feel like it's not necessary that we always have to come on and do readings for people when we're doing lives. Like for my
Yeah,
favorite part of doing this is like just catching up with you because obviously
same.
you're so far away, you're in Texas, we're on different time. Um so like it's just nice to hang out. Like I know if we lived in the same town, we'd be hanging out all the
We'd
time.
be doing all the shit all around
Exactly.
town.
I did have a question related to witchcraft and tarot. I
Yeah,
thought would be a fun one, but I was like, oh, I'll write some like questions in case like we haven't worry. It hasn't been a problem us coming up with
Yeah,
conversations. I didn't think it would be, but where
just
I've
in
like
case.
literally been a hermit, like the
Dude,
last
I was
2
so worried
years.
I wouldn't know what to say because I
Yeah,
haven't done a live in forever.
I haven't
But
been socializing in general, Rebecca.
same.
Like I had like social
I've been in my
anxiety.
room
Yeah.
hiding.
Yeah, I was just like, am I gonna like human? Okay, is she gonna think
Right.
I'm like a complete weirdo? Like, what the fuck?
I always just assume people think I'm weird when I come in. But it's okay. We
You're my
embrace.
kind of weird, so it's all
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so the one question I thought that then it might be a bit too like, I don't know what the answer is for you, but
Let's
I said,
go. I'm in. I'm in.
what what tarot card do you feel sums up your life recently?
Ooh, recently.
Yeah, so say like the
Hmm.
last few months. I can tell you for me.
Go ahead. I gotta think about it real quick.
Yeah, I thought,
It's a big
like
thought.
you have to sort of feel into the energy, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, what has it been for me? And the two cards that came to mind was the Hangman and the Ten of Wands. I feel like
Hmm.
it's been a
I
bit
gotta
like
look up because I know which card it is, but I don't remember
I'll find them
this.
as well.
Hold on.
So, like with the Hangman, it feels like I've been forced to have to. Um,
My cards just fell out of the
oh
box.
no!
Okay, we're not that tarot deck. Got it.
Luckily, you've got a million decks.
I know
So
I've got so many to choose from, and I guess my guide said not that one.
yeah.
We'll have to clean that up later. That's good.
Oh no!
We're going
Hopefully, you
with
haven't.
ethereal visions instead. That
I've
one
got
did
that
not
deck.
fly out of the box.
So
I think it's a swords, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's wands. Might be
so
you.
I feel like with the Hangman, it's that energy of when like the universe says, um yeah, I know that you have all these plans, but I'm just going to completely put a hold on those and make it
Yeah.
impossible for you to move forward with your life and any of your plans. Um, and then
Yeah.
you realize over time, like, oh, it's so this shitstorm has been happening to me so that I could realize like how I was acting before, like I had it was almost like before I had
Yeah.
the green light and I wasn't moving with it, you know? It was
I
like,
hear you.
and then the universe was like, okay, well, how about I pull you out of even being able to move?
Oh, I
Um,
think I found them.
and
I,
then with this 10 of wands, it's because if you can see, like he can't
oh,
see
isn't
where
that one
the
like
hell he's
burnout, right?
going. Yeah. It's
Yep.
that energy of like pushing forward even though you don't know what the hell's in
Yeah.
front of you because all these obstacles are blocking you. Yeah, so
Okay, I found my cards.
you can feel from these cards, right, Rebecca, like
Girl,
where I've
I'm
been
almost
at.
on the same page as you with that.
Yeah.
I'm one wand away from you.
Oh
I
no.
gotta make sure I got the right on this one real quick because I think this is it. Okay, yeah. So the first one I thought of is Nine of Wands.
Oh, defensive
It's
or
also a lot to
imprisoned.
do with like, or the way I've learned about the card and through personal work too, is kind of that like the resilience of like you're still going after you've been beaten down
Wounded.
so
Yeah.
many times. You're wounded and you're
You're
just kind of there like
bleeding, but you're still like
you're
holding up
still
the
alive.
fort somehow.
Literally, that is the mood for like the last while. And then more
Oh,
recently, we've come into more Six of Cups energy, which is like nostalgia, learning about like connecting with
going
my
back,
child and stuff.
yeah, the video games, is that like connected with your childhood
Oh,
maybe?
absolutely. Girl, I
Yeah.
played video games like my friends were video games so when I was
Yeah.
younger. I remember there's like this one whole summer that I just played X-Men video games instead of like going out and doing things. But I was just so depressed and tired that I was just like, these are my friends, like we're
Yeah.
here. It sounds so sad, but
No, but it didn't, no, not at all. Like literally
yeah,
I was the same with my horse.
I love
Uh,
that. I don't think I had like a dog, because usually we had family dogs, but I don't think we had a dog at that point, which probably would have
Oh,
made me feel
really?
better if we did have
Yeah,
one.
animals do help, and, like, video gaming, it was just, like, your hobby, you know? Like, for me,
Yeah.
horse riding was. So I'm much older as well,
Mhm.
like, kind of video games when I was a kid, we had, like, the NES
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
like, then the N64 and the Game
I
Boy.
think my parents had or my grandpa had passed us down his, but like I think it broke or something. Like it was just really old. And then from there, anything my grandpa got for consoles, he gave us GameCube, then it was Xbox, and then we got the PlayStation 2, I think. And those are the
Did
main
you skip
consoles I used.
1? You didn't have PlayStation 1?
Didn't have PlayStation 1, but again, it was literally whatever my grandpa like sent us for Christmas, and it's usually he was buying himself the newer console, so he was
And
giving
giving
us
you
the
the
old
old
one.
one.
But bless him for doing it
Good on
because
him.
like it was so like the games iconic that I played as a kid. I missed them. I used to have the like Crash Bandicoot on GameCube. We had the SpongeBob
I love,
SquarePants
yeah, Crash
movie game.
Bandicoot.
I
SpongeBob.
Yeah, we had the like for the movie, there was a game that came out for GameCube for it. That game before its time, loved it.
I
And for
never
like
heard of that one.
I think PlayStation 2, we had Star Wars Battlefront number 2.
Lara Croft.
I don't we did not have Lara Croft, but I
Oh,
knew a
really?
lot about that one. Or I've
I
never
would've
played it personally.
I could imagine you getting into Lara Croft.
See, I feel like it might be something, but like I don't even think aren't there movies that are with it too? I don't
Yeah,
think I watched
I've
those
not seen the
either.
movies either, but I did have the game on PlayStation 1 when I was younger, but
Is it
I
just like
love Crash Bandicoot.
is she just like an adventurer or explorer or something?
Yeah, like,
Like
you're just, like, adventuring through these, like, caves and,
I
um
imagine her as like maybe the woman version of Indiana Jones, but I don't know
yeah,
enough.
yeah, like, that kinda thing, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. But,
I think we also used to play like we had the Star Wars Battlefront, we had what else? We had like racing games like Need for Speed. I love those games.
Need for Speed, eh?
It was great. You would run away from cops or you get to be the cop in the game and
Run away from cops. That sounds like my real life.
well, you would also get spikes and a helicopter in that game, so
Did you have Drive? I had Drive, that was quite a fun one.
mm-mm, didn't have that one.
Yeah, like, I didn't have lots of video games, like, but now I have been getting into the Switch. I haven't heard you mention you have a Switch, but you
Mm.
haven't mentioned, like, Nintendo-y games. Do you not play, like,
I
Mario?
have I have more of those on my DS, like my my DS Lite, which is like
Where
before
it
the
flips
Switch.
up?
Yeah, the flip up one, yep. So I have the Super Mario Bros. Game on that one. Like I think it's just like the regular. I don't know if there's specific name for it. I don't have Mario Party, but a lot of my friends have Mario Party on Switch. That
I love
one's like
Mario
super
Party.
fun.
Yeah.
I always play as Rosalina, Queen,
Oh,
icon.
really? I have to be Toadette, like
I love that.
I'll either be Toad or Toadette, like, I have to be one of those little
They're
mushrooms.
little mushrooms. You
They're too
gotta.
cute, oh my god.
I was like Shy Guy, but they don't have him as like a main character, I don't think. But we used to play him for
Only on
Mario
one of
Kart.
them. I love
For,
Mario Kart. Do you have Mario Kart?
for the DS, my brother and I, we the only time we were ever cool kids in school, we used to go to like our town had like a summer kind of school thing, but it wasn't like if you didn't pass, it's just like if your parents don't have anything for you to do for the summer, so they send you there.
Yeah.
So we'd go to school and we had a college in that town, so we would ride the school bus to the college and then be there for a couple of hours and then come home after that. And it's just like you do random whatever. We like played with Legos, did tie-dye, stuff like that. But
Yeah, I've been to one
so
before.
my brother and I had just gotten like I think it was his game first, but he had gotten Mario Kart and on the DS you can play with up to like 8 to 10 people.
Oh,
So
wow.
so all the kids would bring their
Oh my god,
DSs,
how
and
fun.
he would, like, make everyone wait till I got in the game first, and then everyone else could join, and then we would just play the entire bus ride until we got there. It was
That's so
one of my fond
fun.
memories, and then
Yeah.
nobody liked us other than that reason.
Oh,
We
what?
were the cool kids for one time, that's all, but
Oh,
I'll take
no.
it.
Yeah. No, I did like playing video games with friends and other people.
My fondest memories growing up, my friends and I, one of, like, my favorite games I used to play with my best friend a lot was Gears of War. That one was so much fun. I don't know if you've heard that
No,
series.
I've not heard of it. Oh.
It's like you're basically military style characters, and there's an alien invasion, and you are killing the aliens that are coming to invade, essentially.
Oh, that
That's
sounds
the
pretty
basic of
fun.
it.
Yeah. As long
It's
as they're
so
evil aliens, because we like our alien
yeah,
friends.
absolutely evil. They want to kill you. And you get like one of the main guns in the game is a chainsaw gun. So there's a chainsaw built into your gun.
Oh,
So
wow.
and you can like there's so much gore in the game too. So if you're not a gore fan, you won't like it. But if you do like gore, it's
It
all over the
depends
place.
how fake it is, yeah.
It's
Like,
pretty fake. It's not like maybe the newer games might be a little bit more, but there's a certain like art style to the games, I guess. So you know you're playing a game. It doesn't like look realistic, I guess.
yeah.
I don't
Like,
know.
I don't like, in real life, I hate, like, war and fighting and battle, but
Mm.
weirdly, like, one of my favorite types of games to play is, like, battle royale, you know?
Yeah,
I really
I
like,
mean they're fun.
PUBG when it
Mm.
was, like, popular and stuff.
I haven't played that one, but I've played like Apex a little bit. It's
Yeah, and
similar.
Fortnite is kind of the same thing,
I haven't played that
or
one, but everyone knows that.
yeah,
Everyone
you know,
knows
like,
of
I
it.
haven't played it either, but, like, those
Yeah.
sort of games where it's like you're all playing and you have to kill off until you're the last one left, like,
Yeah.
feels pretty badass to win.
I feel like I've only played it with like a couple of people, so I think it might be more fun to play with other people too, to like see, to have a better idea.
Yeah,
Because like
it
when
is.
I was playing, the people I were playing with are very serious about winning, and I'm the opposite. I'm just like,
No.
let's go, boys,
Yeah,
like, and then I get killed
let's
right
mess
away.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, so like our energies were different for our goals playing the game. So I feel like I might enjoy it with people who also are just coming in to play and be stupid
Yeah.
about it.
If there comes another good sort of battle royale mobile game,
Mm.
because, um I find those sort of games just easier on my mobile and can just, like, jump on for a quick game or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you find any good ones or if I do, we should let each other know and then we can play together.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Then you have to get a Discord at that point because like then we can just voice chat through there the
Yeah,
entire
like,
time we're
you
playing.
will have to help me with all this stuff
No,
because
yeah,
I'm
it's
such
more
a nerd.
simple than you think, but it's also different than other like you have to learn about it, and then once you learn it, you're like, oh, it's easy. But
I
up
wanted
until
to
that point,
ask you
it's
about Discord.
complicated. Mhm.
I wanted to ask you, like, how so you just started up your Discord, so anyone watching or re-watching this on the replay, go and check out Little Cosmic Crow's Discord if you are if you have it
Yeah,
or know what it is, but let me know. You tell me, Rebecca, how is it going? Like, what sort of how have you found it? Like, just from your experience so far since you opened it up?
well, when I first started it, it was because other people were like, it's one of the main things that people use to play games with each other. That's like a majority of what the app was used for. Um, but like a lot of my witchy friends have started using it for more pagan. It's like a community-based thing. So like creating more pagan style communities, and then I'm a mixture of both. So I
Yeah,
was like, we gotta have both in
perfect.
here.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's like been super fun. You like again, it's literally just talking with people. Either you're voice chatting with them or you're like texting, talking. And we have like separate little channel areas or like separate sections. So like if you want to talk about something specific, you can go in those specific areas and talk to other people about it. Or you can just leave memes, pictures, whatever. And then I also have like little bots in it, which is like robots, and they like do specific things if you command them to do it. So like if you want a tarot card, you can just say like, hey, this one bot, give me like a random card, and then it'll pull a card
Wow.
for you. So it's super fun. And I'm also trying to get into playing more games, but we are still a small Discord server.
Yeah.
So we've just started everything. I don't know. It's been a lot of fun, like especially creating one on my own because I've only been on other people's little server pages and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah.
It sounds fun. Like once I've sort of got settled over in France, I think I'm definitely gonna try and check it out. And
For sure. We'd love to have you.
yeah,
We'll plan
and it
and
would
do
be
stuff.
good to see if I could figure out how to play. Like, could we play games together on it, or do
Yeah.
you play your own game and you just chat?
Well, like yes, and you don't connect specifically through it to do that. You're just opening this app on the sideline to talk back and forth. Like it makes
Okay,
chatting easier, almost like a phone call. Like if you had a phone call and you were playing a game or
yeah,
something like that.
and we
So
could
it's not
still set up
necessarily
a game together.
yeah. So like if you have, I don't know what games specifically you have though to do it, but we also do have like we can play online games. The only problem with some of them is that they are meant for bigger groups of people. So there's this one I want to do called like Gartic Phone, and it's basically like Pictionary but with drawings only. And so you draw a thing, and then like based off of like let's say it tells you to draw a tiger, you draw a tiger, and then the next person gets that picture of a tiger, and they have to create a prompt for it. So if they see it and they're like
Oh,
tiger with ugly stripes, then they put tiger with ugly stripes, and then the next person has to draw. And it's almost like telephone, like when you're telling someone a secret
Chinese
and they have to get
whispers.
to the end, but it's through
Yeah.
artwork. So it's really
Oh,
funny to see where
cool.
you get from there. But again, like
Yeah.
it works better with a bigger group rather than like 2 or 3 members. So we
That's
need more people first.
definitely something though with the Discord, you could definitely work
Mhm.
towards that, couldn't you?
It'll be
I'd be
super
down to
fun.
join for that.
The other night, although it was it ended up being just me and one of my mods, but we still had fun. We played with Zener cards. I don't know if you know what those are. They're like the basically pictures. So like you have waves, you have one that's a square, one that's a star, and then like a plus and something
Oh,
else.
is the system or is it a game?
It's literally cards. They used to use them to like be able to see if like I guess you can connect psychically or intuitively
Okay.
through them. So you have these set of cards, and then you pick one without telling the other person, and the other person has to guess based off of those symbols which symbol you picked, and you're like trying to psychically connect to
Oh,
like
I like
tell
the
the other
sound of
person.
that game. That sounds
So
fun.
yeah, we played that the other night and had a lot of fun, but it was just me and one person, so we ended up stopping pretty quickly because it was like you only
Yeah.
go through so many cards at that point. But yeah, I don't know, we were having fun with it. So and then like I don't need a huge crowd to have like a good time and hang out. So I don't know, we were
Nice.
having fun.
That sounds so fun. I definitely want to try out that last game. I think that would
Yes,
be
we'll have fun with it for sure.
yeah. So, did you have anything else? I didn't have any more questions, but I feel like it's interesting that we had quite similar cards and energies that we've been
Oh
feeling
yeah.
for the
Very.
last few months. So it makes sense that energetically we've come together.
Yeah, I suspect a lot of people are also going through similar kind of energies with the burnt out vibes or
Yeah,
just tired and barely hanging on.
literally like most of my friends like in real
Yeah.
life like and that I've been talking to, they're in a very similar place, like
Mm.
yeah, but I think, but look how much we've laughed, this is what
Yeah,
it's all about. It's just about like, okay, acknowledging where we're at, but then reaching out to people to have fun and just connect
yeah,
and
for sure.
you
And I've
know
absolutely missed doing lives like this. It's been a while.
I feel like we should make it more of a regular thing. But
Yeah,
I
that'd be
feel like
fun.
we've said that before, but we should.
I would have to do it on my phone because my laptop is like kind of meh with internet connection. And also, apparently, you see my face better in this, which I like.
Yeah. It's beautiful, clear, crystal
Thank
clear,
you,
unlike
thank you.
mine. It's like mine looks like
Yours is not that bad. I can still see
2004.
you. As long as I can see you and you don't look like pixels, we're all good.
Yeah, I'm not far from just being pixels right now. Can you can you see the chat? Have we got anything in
I
there?
can look. Let me see. Um, Someone asked if you were doing any recordings while you were in the UK. And
Um,
then
readings? No, not like in person. Are you offering or selling readings? Because I am selling readings on Etsy. So anyone, if you want a video reading, I
oh,
am doing them on Etsy. What about you, Rebecca? Oh, Rebecca's just disappeared. No. Oh, she's back. What happened?
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the back button and I was not supposed to press that.
I was like, "Where's she gone?
I'm
No."
done. So you were asking if I was selling readings right now?
Yeah.
I think I have it set up um on my store, like my Ko-fi or whatever, but like usually I don't get a lot of like incoming with that, which is fine.
Yeah, same.
I think I have them set up mostly for email, like tarot readings or oracle readings, and like if you buy like I think 30-minute or 60-minute, it's like video. Like I send you video or do a live thing with you, or
Yeah,
not like live, but like a private live, I guess,
video.
or
Oh,
video.
so
Yeah.
you actually do live readings. I don't offer that currently. I don't trust my like diary or like, the
Yeah.
to be available, like, I'm just in a place where my life's all over the place. So I
I'm
do
kind
it.
of the same, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not like I have it happen or like not a lot of people are asking at the moment, so I guess at that point it's just manageable if it's only a few coming in every now and then. So, and
Yeah.
most people when they have come in will come in for the readings that are just like the like 1 or 3 card reading or simple. So it's usually not like an actual video one, which is
Yeah.
fine because I appreciate it either way.
Yeah. So that's linked on your Instagram. Is there a link to your reading?
Yes, if you go to my Instagram, it'll lead you to like all the links that I have, and mine will be on Ko-fi for like my little store area.
Mega. Yeah, so definitely go check out our readings, guys. If because I think they was asking while you're in the UK. Okay, so no, like I'm not doing any in-person readings, but yeah, I can do video pre-recorded readings, which are just as good and you get just as much from them. So highly recommend booking a reading on my Etsy shop. You can see how like it's really nice, beautiful morning for you, and you can see the sun is setting here. Sucks.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Like we have that weird like time scale of the difference of time between us.
Yeah. I feel like actually this though I could do even in France I'm an hour later, even later in France, but still I think like it's definitely worth. I've had so much fun like
Yeah,
doing this with
same.
you. So I
I'm sorry
really
it
would
was a
love.
little bit later for you on your part. It's just because like early for me
But
means my
it
boyfriend's still asleep.
yeah, like totally when you said I was like, that's absolutely fine. I didn't even think it was that big of a time difference when I threw those times at
Yeah.
you. But yeah, it's fine.
It's a
What
little
time
bit.
was it for you? 10? Like that's still really early.
For the first one that or like for when we recorded today, or
Yeah.
it ended up being 11, so
Yeah. That's
it was good.
still
11's a
early.
good time for me though, because like
So,
it's not too early and it's not too late in the afternoon to where I'm making lunch and stuff like that.
yeah. So that's good. we'll keep this time, I think, and we'll definitely do more. I
Yeah,
think
for
more
sure.
lives together. It's been so fun, and maybe we can sort of, prepare some fun things to do, and then just do general catch up story times like we've
Yeah.
done today. It's been so
I've learned
fun.
new things about you today.
Yeah.
You run away from the police.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, bit more of a rebel than you thought
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Well, I mean, I can see it, but also I didn't think it would be that far. Although I guess it was just 20 miles an hour chase, so it wasn't
Yeah,
super bad, but
I know.
a
Have you
great
ever
story
seen that
nonetheless.
film Hot Fuzz?
No.
Alright, like, if you ever watch that film, have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, but it's been a long time
Yeah,
since I've seen it.
it's the same people, but they have that same kind of vibe, like
Yeah.
me driving 20 miles an hour, that film has that same kind of vibe. So we'll see if there's any more things just to address in the comments. Uh, I
I'm gonna
haven't
try and
lost
not
you,
press
have
the
I?
back button.
Alright,
No,
yeah, you went quiet then, so I flipped
it's
back
I
to
went
this
to go
page.
look too.
Uh, okay. Also, Trey said, "Yeah, we have to try that also, the game." Yeah, so
I'm
I'll
assuming they're
definitely
talking
be
about the
getting.
Zenner cards or something, or
No,
I don't know.
talking about that was the Discord.
Oh, yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah.
For, like, the card game
So
on there, or just in
yeah,
general?
yeah, so you're the I don't know. I think he means, like,
Either way, we'll be
playing
doing them.
games with you on or the card game thing, I don't know. He
Either way,
wasn't
we'll be
clear.
doing both, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Um, oh, Zola said, "Hi, love. Only can stay for a bit, but oh gosh, you're live. Yeah. Finally, we're back live together."
Yeah, I know, it's
Um,
been a while.
La Luna says, "Hiya. Hope you both and everyone in the chat are doing well." Cool. So yeah, it's been
Thank
really
you.
fun. Hopefully, we'll get some people on the rewatch.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I'll
Yeah.
also link it on my channel for people to watch back later, so that way they
Yay!
can come back
And
and see
I
it.
think next time we'll do it on your channel, and then we'll just, like, alternate from
Yeah,
there.
that's
But
fine.
I'm really into this style of just, just hanging out,
Yeah,
and
I miss being able to just chat about, like,
yeah,
random whatever comes up
I
in the
know.
moment, but
You're someone I would love to, like, go exploring around sacred sites with, or, like, go
that'd be fun.
shopping in, like, a witchy shop, or, like, just I it's
I
such a
promise it's
great.
always a crazy time with me.
Yeah, yeah, like, I just know we'd have so much fun. It sucks that, like, we're so far away, but it's
Yeah,
great that we can connect here and, like, hang out just as we
thank
would
goodness for the
be.
internet.
Yeah, so nice. And, I'm planning on coming to America eventually just,
Ooh,
for travels, and you better be ready when I come by Texas.
I'm ready all day, every day.
Yeah.
Can't
Okay.
wait.
Alright then, well, oh, someone else just chimed in. Oh, it's Danny, isn't it? I think. Mage.
I haven't looked.
He's like, I think he found me through you,
Oh,
but
yes, yes.
I know
I've
he's
seen
one
them
of your
before.
fans. Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
man, sorry you missed
Hi.
this, but you can rewatch it, hopefully. That would be good.
And if
You've
not, I'm
missed
sure
a
we'll
lot.
do more.
Yeah, so we're planning to, like, try and check in with each other, I reckon, like, in a few weeks from now, a month,
Yeah,
yeah?
I
And
think that sounds good.
yeah, let's do it. We're
Then we have
both
time
sort
to,
of.
like, get more stories to come
Yeah.
forward.
Oh my god, we should start, like, noting down stories because that was really fun, like, just sharing some story
Yeah,
times
for
with you,
sure.
and, it's been a laugh. Oh.
Yes. I had a lot of fun,
Yeah, me
and
too,
thank you
thank
for having
you.
me. like on, or like, because I know we've been planning this for quite a bit.
Literally, guys, we've been planning this, I think, for 3
Couple of
months.
months at least.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it was before Christmas. We like
Yeah,
first.
because I started the creation of my Discord server around that time, and that's
Yeah.
whenever I got super busy just trying to get that. And then I was also posting video game episodes, which are like 40 minutes long in the mid-range.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had so much editing to do,
I
and
know
I'm
you've
so
been doing
happy.
really well on the video posting because I've been
It'll slow
awful.
down. It'll slow down. Right
No!
now we're on like
You're
the
on a
high streak.
roll.
Yeah, but once
Yeah.
we're run out of that, it'll just like fade off for a little bit.
No. Well, whatever it is, it will be, but,
They'll
um
still come eventually. It's just gonna be let's hope not anytime soon though, because I'm
yeah.
enjoying creating
You
stuff.
you're in a good creative space right
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
So, and I feel that from you, and I could really feel, I just resonated so much. And one thing that I will just say this actually, one thing
Mhm.
that I really love about you, Rebecca, and your channel, is how vulnerable and authentic you are,
Oh,
with
thank you.
yeah, with where you are on your personal journey, because actually, like many times where you've brought up like your own struggles,
Mm.
it's been like not in a bad way, like, oh, I really like enjoyed those videos. I
No,
enjoyed them
yeah.
because it was like, oh my god, I'm not alone, you
Yeah,
know.
relatability.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
like, a lot of us just naturally, you do just want to sort of show up to people how you think people want you to show up, and
Yeah. It's
bring a
very
high
easy
energy.
to fall into that, I think, especially when a lot of people come to be like this example online, like they want to portray as they know what they're talking about, but you can also be honest and
Yeah.
still know what you're talking about, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't ever want to like, I guess, hide where my journey's at, because it's not always on and like like
Yeah.
let's go. Sometimes it's just like you're in bed and you are watching Ghost Adventures all day, and that's me
Yeah,
right
and
now.
it's relatable though. It's
Yeah,
relatable because I know for myself, I've had so many tough days like that. Like,
yeah,
I have chronic anxiety and stuff, and sometimes it's like I can't fight the negative thoughts, and
yeah,
you stay in this like frozen mode, and you almost feel like, what's wrong with me? Everyone
mhm,
else seems to be fine, because you look at your feed and like people
yeah.
are like doing stuff, and I'm like, I can't even move, you
I
know?
think that's why I try, like, thank you for saying that also, because it's like posting it to show that like it happens, like this is the reality of things. It reminds other people that they're not alone, and it reminds me I'm not alone when they say to me like, yeah, me too, like also
Yeah.
me. So I think it's more also, it started as me just reaching out being like, anybody else, and people are
Yeah.
like, yeah, and so it's really nice to find affirmation in each other,
Yeah.
I think, through my channel. But I love
And
it.
it's not easy, like, to
No,
be that vulnerable. It really isn't. It's something I really struggle with, so it's something I really admire about you. Um, I have a lot of people pleasing stuff to work through,
me too, girl.
and yeah, right. But it shows you how well you're doing with that, because just
Yeah,
allowing yourself to be vulnerable, um in not worrying what other people will think, and wanting to please like other people, including our YouTube audience. Especially, you have
that's
quite
the
a big
biggest one.
channel, so
Yeah.
it's even more pressure, I can imagine. But
It's hard sometimes to like, I guess, know what you're making for you versus what you're making for everyone else, and
yeah,
trying to find the balance in that of like not only doing it for them or not only doing it for you, I guess, because like
yeah,
I like to think, or I try to make my space a connective space, but I also don't want to like run
Panda.
away and just be like the witchy sage everybody's looking for online
Yeah.
that will give them everything, all their answers. Um, I don't
I
know,
much
because I feel
prefer
like
the
we have a
person.
lot of those kind of people, and not to say that that's a bad thing, but there's
Yeah.
just a lot of that energy that's
Yeah.
over dominating, I guess.
Yeah, and you don't feel as connected with it, you
Yeah.
know? Like, that's why I much prefer, like, anyone I watch, it's normally I'm watching them because I really like the people, the person. So it's
Yeah.
well, it doesn't even matter, like, you know, if they're talking about tarot or if they're talking about, like, gardening or what they did that week, like cleaning.
Yeah.
If I like the person,
Same here. I'm a
yeah,
very simple woman. I just need to, like,
yeah,
relate to on a certain level, and
yeah,
then we're
exactly.
good.
And that's like with like, because we're in the same like witchy tarot community here on
Yeah.
YouTube, and it I do think we can let you know, the content of like the decks and our practice
Yeah.
overshadow everything, and it's some, you know, you almost forget to express who we are as individuals, and
Yeah.
because video making is a creative outlet, at least that's why I have always been drawn to video making,
Same
because I
here.
feel like it's a creative process, and I
Absolutely.
really enjoy that, an expression of the soul, right?
Yeah.
But then if you're sort of just doing stuff because you think that's what the audience wants from you, or it's not sparking like joy in your soul, or you don't feel like you're really
Mm.
expressing yourself, or you're masking yourself, how I've been pulling back on my video uploads over the last 2 years, or like a year and a bit, it's really sort of reduced, and my growth
Yeah.
has stopped. But I needed this time to sort of just reconnect with myself and figure out like what I want to do and what's bringing me
I think
joy.
I think taking that time too also shows, um, why your channel's important too, because it shows you're in the real moments and you are taking time as it comes to you, you know? It's not like
Pumping out
pumping out
anything.
content,
Yeah.
literally. And
Yeah.
I suspect a lot of the people, because I know a lot of the witches in the community get very worried about, I guess, a lot of newer people coming in, just coming in to either get fame from it or just doing it because it's popular right now, or even because TikTok, because I've heard that a lot
Yeah.
too. But I suspect these people who are like doing it for just those reasons alone will not stick with it. So I say give it a couple of years, and those who are truly like interested in the craft as a whole, or as, I guess, a life. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know how to say that right, but those who are connected with it will stick with it and will stay around. Those who aren't will just, like, all the crazy stuff going on right now, you know, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a new thing later. It
Yeah,
just comes in cycles.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
And
whoever's gonna stick around will
that's
come
why it's,
through.
like, for me, important to find those channels that I feel like a resonance with and a connection with,
Yeah,
and that's definitely why I just really wanted to bring that up, because I appreciate that so much. It inspires me to be more vulnerable and more authentic in
yeah,
my own video making, and also makes me feel closer to you, you know, and your
same.
viewers feel closer to you. And that's what this is all about, community,
Yeah,
right? But also about expressing ourselves. And I think you can express yourself creatively, but I love how we can also express ourselves emotionally,
yeah,
which is something I really have been loving always from your channel, because I've always felt that from you. And that's why I feel like a lot of people who watch you do feel uh, that connection, you know?
yeah, and thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm super glad that it comes across that way because that's the hopes of it, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
I never know if I'm, like, portraying things in the way I hope that they're seen, so I'm glad that, like, you feel inspired, and I feel inspired from your stuff too. You're always doing cool tarot stuff, and I'm, like, not good.
Yeah,
My
right.
my nature is
Because you're
oracle more.
you're a fairy queen, you know.
I know,
You're
it's because it's structured that it takes longer for me to learn. I'm just like, "Ooh," like,
you're
whatever.
an
Yeah.
intuitive reader, because I've always felt that from your readings as well, like,
Yeah.
but then so am I, like, it's just we all have different ways, like, even my personal connection with the tarot has changed
Mm.
so much, and then I haven't really even been on YouTube enough to express that, but
Yeah,
I know, like, I've sort of been going through this thing in my head where it's like I'm just sort of doing stuff that makes me feel good now. Either it's fun and I enjoy it in the moment, or it's expressing creatively something
yeah.
real and raw from my soul. Um, Instead of just going like jumping on
The
something because I
personal part of it, like, having something
yeah.
personal to you is sacred in its
Yeah,
own
like a
right.
video diary, like in a way,
Exactly.
right?
And
And
I was
that's
doing stuff sometimes, like, I can't tell you how many videos that I have that I've not posted. That
same.
I'll be like, "This will be good," and I'm like, "Hmm," like, this is Rebecca's," like,
Yeah,
and, maybe later on down the line, I'll be like, "Hey, like, I found this video randomly,
yeah,
y'all wanna see it?" Like, but, I mean, I think that's just the fun part of it too, is not all of your, um, creative endeavors have to go into everything everyone sees, like, sometimes there's a sacredity in keeping it to
yeah.
self.
And
And
you
that's
know
kind of how I feel about the video game thing, like, I don't know if down the line maybe I'll share it, but, like, right now I'm just like, I'm excited because like, I'm learning. And
yeah,
same with your tarot process, like, you're encountering it with new, like, ways than you did before,
yeah,
and having that to yourself versus sharing that with everyone, until you're ready,
yeah,
it's a nice thing to have. At
yeah,
least I think so.
yeah, definitely. Like, we're in a, I would say, like, we're both in a sort of, like, a shifting in our creative
Mm.
process, you know?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
sort of like, you know, that tower energy of like, okay, I'm just gonna like rip everything up and
Yeah.
rebuild the foundation here. And this time I'm gonna build it authentically and I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
be, you know, it's gonna be for my creative soul
Gonna be a
outlet.
good standing building this time, not one
Yeah,
that so easily topples
exactly.
over.
Yeah. And however many times we need to tear that tower down and bring it back up, you know.
Well, yeah, we're always finding new foundation pieces, so
Exactly.
stronger things. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Oh my god, you get me. I love it.
Oh my god, you, like, get me. Wow, it's so crazy. So fun how in sync we are right now.
I know, I love it. Everyone's probably so jealous.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're all leaving right now because they don't even wanna
Yeah,
deal with it.
just can't handle our
Can't fathom.
authenticity.
The authenticity is hitting them in waves across
I
their face.
know. Just watch out, like, witch and tarot tube. Like, I know you
The
can't
real
handle
icons
it,
coming
2
in.
viewers.
Stop, hit you with the spirituality.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you've given me such a boost. Like, I was honestly having a bit of a, like, anxious day,
Mm.
and yeah, I'm feeling so good now. I'm,
I'm
like,
glad. My day is just
ready for
beginning, so I'm
dinner.
ready for it. I'm gonna eat
I
lunch soon.
know.
It's gonna be a
You're gonna
good
be
one.
vibing today, and you're gonna be creating from that soul space, even if it's
I'm
just
ready.
in the mind, you know?
Let's go.
All right, beautiful. Well, we've been going 2 hours, so
I know.
wow, we can
It didn't feel
really
like it, but
oh my god, it feels like half an hour to me,
yeah, for sure.
and that's good. That's a really good sign. So then you know you've
Yeah.
got a good friend.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I met you through the online
Yeah,
space.
I know, me too. And,
And
like,
I'm excited for more, like,
yeah, and I think
connections.
we're both, like, not really you, you're quite the socialite, but, like I'm quite a hermit. So the fact that I'm out here, like collabing, doing a live,
Girl, you
like
got me mistaken. I'm
yeah.
also hermit.
Oh, okay. So then that shows how like
I just got
special our
my
connection is
Yeah, I
because
just got the Gemini rising where it makes it look like I just know what I'm doing all the time. But
yeah,
literally it's just like I can handle different conversations and things, but on the inside I'm like, oh God, all
social
these people.
anxiety. Yeah. But
Yeah,
honestly, I had just been feeling so chill and comfortable with
yeah,
you. So like that's such a
same.
good sign for me. Like it's just easy, right?
Yeah. And that's definitely more fun content to make anyways. So,
Yeah, exactly. Like I honestly thought, oh, we'll be doing readings for people probably, but like I was thinking in my head, like, oh, I'm most excited just to catch up with Rebecca and see
yeah.
how she's doing and see like you know, how we can connect to things because I knew already from watching a lot of your videos that um
Yeah.
we were in a similar sort of mind space. So I was excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also
cool.
like we can do like Oracle Tarot another time. Or if you want, we can do like an ending, like a card to send everyone off with, so to
Yeah.
speak. Because I do those sometimes.
Yeah, like a collective for
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah, yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
which one because I pulled up a couple of different cards. I wasn't sure like what we were
yeah.
doing.
Go
So
on then. Do you want to? Have you got a collective reading? I've got some decks here. I could grab a
let's
card.
see. I'm gonna pull from. Oop, I have the Gaia Oracle pulled up.
Oh, nice. How are you liking that? I've not
It
even
is
seen that
super
around.
pretty. My boyfriend's mother got it for me, I think for Christmas or something like that, or maybe a birthday. I don't remember.
Amazing.
But it's really pretty. Okay. Collective.
Yeah, so for our viewers and rewatchers, what messages do we have from Spirit? Oh, I have a good one.
I also have a good one, but you got yours first, so go off. Go off,
I
Queen.
got
Ready.
the Four of Wands. So, like for me, this makes so much
Ooh.
sense. I'm going back
Yeah.
to my house, and so this is just like yes, celebrating, right? And look, this is the kind of like the celebrating party energy. Like I'm around
Yeah.
like the people I love. I'm feeling stable because it's that four energy. So I feel like for the collective right now, like you just need to embrace like connections like me and Rebecca have today, you know,
Yeah.
really embrace like enjoying the company of your friends and the people that you like have connections and things in common with and celebrating that. Like this card's all about like celebrating those connections and your home and enjoying good food and like, you
Yeah.
know,
I
it's
love that card so
probably
much.
like probably lunchtime for you, dinner time for me, a lot for the
Yeah.
viewers. So it's like, yeah, like enjoy that feast you're about to have as
Ooh,
well. What did you
I love
get?
that. So mine goes literally with what we were talking about a majority of today. It is yin and yang,
Oh, I love
balance.
it.
And there's a little butterfly in the corner too, which I love. I don't know if you can see it.
I can, a little red one.
Yeah, it says creating harmony through balance. So literally what we were talking about today, you don't always have to be doing like one of a thing. You can have your own things that you're doing, creating a balance of the mundane and the magical.
Yeah.
And it's not always like just the one, or you don't have to like prove yourself because you are all the things. You're not just the one thing.
Yeah, you're not just
And
a witch, but you're a
exactly.
woman and, you know, a free spirit here living in a physical body on earth. And
Creative, intuitive, like you are
yeah,
out here doing stuff. And um there's definitely a strong feeling of like not having to prove to everyone else who you are. I feel like and creating harmony through finding the balance in that. And I don't know, like I feel like a lot of
I
us are also
love that.
trying to find our harmony, our
Yeah,
balance.
that was a message for me then. I felt that like right in my heart when you said like not having to prove ourselves or to
Yeah.
others or do things.
It's a very strong one, like
Yeah,
strong
that
message.
definitely.
That
And
one's
I
not
feel
me.
like
That's them.
that's
That's
the
them.
that's the good old guides. Are you working with anyone right now? You just got your spirit
More
guides with you?
strongly, Finvara has been the main one right now.
Who,
Freya's kind of
sorry?
like Finvara. He's
Oh,
he's the
I didn't
fairy
know.
king that I work with.
I didn't know. Did you do a
Yes,
video on that? I must have missed that one.
forever and a half ago.
Oh,
It's like
right.
way back there. But I don't talk about my, I guess, relationship with him as much as I do Freya. I think because Freya is more of like a like there's more of a professional. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's still very personal, but it's more like she is goddess, I am puny human kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But with Finvara, I've worked with this he's not really a deity. He like when I first I guess started talking to him, he wanted to be called a king all the time, and he's king of Fae, so you know,
Oh,
happens. Like if you've seen the labyrinth, just think Jareth energy, and that's the kind of vibe we're working with here.
I've
He's just
not seen the
very
labyrinth.
oh well if you look up photos,
Okay.
you'll get the energy
Is
from it
it
at the
kind of
very
like a
least.
trickster
Very
energy?
trickstery, very fun, full of life, but also a little bit selfish sometimes, kind of like a
Yeah.
child. And he's a very fun energy to work with. I used to have reoccurring, this connects back to dream work. I had reoccurring dreams of him when I was a kid, of like, I was
Wow.
in his castle and he would like leave me like there was this room and he'd be like stay in this room and then I kept escaping the room and getting out and he's like I'm like trying to put you in there for your protection but okay you're just like going I guess so the dream would end with him like finding me being like yo like I mean you broke out but like okay like you're just I guess you're just doing that and that was just I used to have that dream all the time
Oh my God, that's amazing.
so and then finally I found out oh like there's kind of an entity attached with that. So that's probably why it's not
Yeah.
just like reoccurring because it's whatever.
Oh my God, you would literally just be so powerful in dream work. It, I don't know
I'm sure I
how.
would. I'm sure I would. I just like
Yeah.
I think I'm so in the like or maybe I am already doing the work and I just don't
You will be, definitely.
like
I think like
realize it, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Or it's not necessarily going out there I guess for other people to like help them with their dream work. I haven't done enough research I feel like to be um a voice on it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's something that's intriguing for sure, like I would say. And I have a lot of experience with it, I guess, for my own stuff. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's worth you, experimenting with that. Recently, on I don't know if you know, I have a podcast and
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I
yeah,
think I
it's
watched like or not watched, I listened.
listen, yeah, it's only audio.
Yeah.
But we did an episode on dreams and a
Ooh.
different episode on like astral projection.
Mhm.
Um, and both of those episodes, I feel like it'd be worth you checking out if you're ever like
Yeah,
doing housework or something and you just want something to listen to,
for sure.
because there's no visuals. But I feel like you would connect so much with those episodes, and we talk about like um Trey, he's had a lot of experience with dream
Mhm.
work and like astral projection and stuff. And a lot of
Yeah,
what you're saying to me sounds a lot like him. And I think that you like having these like powerful connections with
yeah.
deities and light beings and stuff through dreams. And he's done a lot with that, so I think it is worth you checking out because I feel like you could do a lot with it too. And
I think
obviously
you're right on it too. No, like
yeah,
I'm just listening and like, yeah, no, because I think you're the first person that told me that like dream work would be something I could look into.
and
But
it's a
I've also had
sign,
like,
right? It's a
yeah,
sign when
I mean,
people bring stuff up for you
I've had dreams. Like my grandfather passed away last year, and I've had dreams of him too, like coming to like,
coming through.
yeah,
Oh,
and
so
I mean, not
cool.
anything like super like, oh, this is world changing, but like just saying hi and like love you
Yeah,
and
but
things
that's
like
like
that.
you're not even trying, and
Yeah,
that's already happening. So that just
exactly.
shows you that you have a really strong, like, thread and, like, connection to that
Mhm.
realm. So it's you can do some really powerful stuff from the dream realm space.
Yeah, I
Even the
definitely have to like
government.
develop it in a way.
Yeah.
I just haven't like done that yet, I guess.
Yeah, like, and it might be fun, like, because I
Yeah.
find it really fun. It's just that's something I also wanna try and get more back into, but you know
Yeah,
what it's like, you get pulled in so many directions or you're, like, in a low energy
yeah.
place, and it can be hard to find motivation around your practice, so yeah, but it's
I
definitely
think
something
for me
I
it's like
wanna.
one of those gifts that I guess just happens to come through, and then I'm just like, "Yeah, that's normal."
Yeah,
And
because
I
you've
just
always
see it
had
like as
it.
yeah, it's just like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
it happens. It'll still be there by the time I
yeah.
get to it." But
Exactly, but it's like I think you could use it in so many powerful ways, like, if you were doing it
yeah,
with intention as
for
well.
sure, for sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
believe that with anything though.
Well, yeah,
Like, yeah.
but I mean,
So I
because
see what you mean, I see what you
you
mean.
have a natural connection already,
Yeah.
with your dreams, with the dream realm, you're already getting, like, people come through,
Mhm.
and you're not even asking,
No.
exciting. I think I love,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff, dream work, astral projection. I find it so fascinating, and I'd love to get more into it.
Yeah, I think I did a lot or I was better connected as a kid, I guess, like, 'cause I was just doing it
Yeah,
without and then, as you get older, people are like
because you become more programmed by the system.
exactly, so then you're just like, "Nah, it's,
You lose all your,
this
like,
or that."
innocent childhood magic and
Yeah,
yeah.
but not to say we can't reconnect to that. It's just a little
No.
bit harder now, I think,
You
and
should
then
write down some of your dreams though, if I have
and
any
share
funny
them
ones, and then next time we come on,
within the
we can
month.
share.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
I'll have
share
to write them down.
some good dreams. Yeah, make sure you do it. I'll try and make the effort as well. And also, if anything like funny happens that we can chat about, I'll try and make
Yeah,
note.
for sure. I'll have to. I think that'll create good conversation.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like we've done a great job today just through
Yes.
improvisation. So, yeah, I feel like the lives are only going to get better, guys. So, if you've made it all this way, and my sister's just said your dinner is ready because I know it's time for
Well,
my dinner.
time for
So,
lunchtime here.
yeah, tummies are grumbling, guys. We
Yup.
need to. But thank you, anyone who dropped in. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for making the time to hang out with me. Sending you
I
so
had so
much
much
love.
fun, dude.
I have too,
Same
and I'm
back. Yeah.
excited for the next one. I have so much love for you. I just think you're the cutest witch on
Oh,
YouTube.
don't make me cry. No, honestly, I love your energy so much, and it's like such a good time every time we hang out to chat, whether it be like just messaging back and forth or
Yeah,
just on lives like we are now. And yeah, we're gonna have some good stuff for each other next time.
yeah, yeah. Definitely note those dreams down. I can't wait.
I'm ready. I have so many of them too. I'm gonna have to like pick and choose.
Yeah, if I don't have any good ones, I still have like old ones I know would make good story times.
Yeah, I think I have a couple as well that probably would work.
Yeah. All right, lovely. I better go. I'm so hungry.
Same here. I'm gonna eat food.
Yeah.
But thank you for everyone that showed up today and joined us in the chat or watches back later.
Yeah.
Um, we had fun. We'll have
Yeah,
fun
next
again.
time we'll be on the Little Cosmic Crow, which is Rebecca's channel. So
That's
make
me.
sure that you're following her so you'll catch the next live. And yeah, I can't wait. Yay. Okay. See you later, beautiful.
Bye.
So if I end, hang on, I think okay, we'll say bye to everyone and I press
Yeah,
end the broadcast,
you'll press
right?
end and it'll end.
Okay, Rebecca is
We're
my
professional here.
live stream teacher, so she's like teaching me live here. Okay, bye guys on YouTube. We love you.
Bye.
Bye. And